Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today I'm going to be showing you a quick easy tutorial on how I edit or how I make my YouTube cast videos using Filmora. Alright, so when you load up Filmora, it's gonna come up just like this. You can select the aspect ratio for your project, but since it's gonna be for YouTube, you're gonna keep it at 69 and select new project. Alright, so this is what it looks like when it opens up. There's a few options at the top here, but we're gonna be keeping on media. So this is where you add your videos, images, or audio for your recording, or what do you call it? Whatever you call it, you guys, when you're going to be making your video. So you can either choose to click on the icon here or click on import. I'm going to click on import. Now my advice, you guys, is to gather everything that you need for your video from the beginning, so you don't have to search for it afterwards. So the example I'm going to be using today is a recent cast that I made of a male sim. So I just added the recording for that. I'm going to go ahead and also import the media file for my intro, the pictures that I'm going to use, and just an audio for the tutorial purposes. So let me just go ahead and get those. I may also do a tutorial on a app that I got from the Windows Store, which is completely free. It's what I use to get my cutout. It's pretty easy. It's literally like a two-step process, and it's way easier than using Photoshop. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know. Alright, so what do we have left? We have my intro left to get, and what else? Oh, an audio. Alright, so now that I've gotten all the media that I need for the project, I'm gonna go ahead. The first thing that I'm gonna add is the intro for my channel. I just click and I drag and I drop it onto the cinema part of the timeline. Alright, so it says resolution or frame rate of this media does not match the settings of this project. Do you want to change your project settings to match this media? No, you can take this off, so it doesn't always ask you. It really doesn't matter. You can click on any of the two options and it'll still turn out okay. So as you can see, this here is the timeline. This is where you add all your videos, this is where you add all your audio, and this is where you add, for example, your images. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and also add the recording that I made in game while I was creating a sim. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to click on whatever media you plan to make changes to. If you don't do this, then it may affect, when you make a change, it may affect multiple items and you don't want it to happen. So I'm going to click on the game video that I just added. As you can see, it becomes highlighted when you do that. I'm going to right click and detach my audio, because the audio that was recorded with this video here is just of the background music in SimsCast, which I don't want. So I'm going to click on the audio and hit delete on my keypad. You can also right click and select delete as well. Once I complete that step, I go ahead and I click on my video and I'm going to right click and speed up the video. So in order to do that, I skip that step. In order to do that, you're going to right click on speed and duration, and right now you can see that the video lasts 20 minutes and it's at 1 times in terms of speed. So I'm going to change the speed to 5 times. That's my usual go-to for my speed. If the video lasts, for example, 50 something minutes, then I usually speed this up like 6 times or 7 times to try and condense it, right? So as you can see, after I changed to 5 times, its duration changed to 4 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm just going to click OK. As you can see, the video became a lot smaller. I didn't scroll all the way out, but here is the timestamp. It's currently here in terms of length. It was somewhere out here when it was 20. So let me just give you guys a quick tip. In order to make the timeline smaller, just so that you can see everything on one, like right here, you just go up here. You're going to see these 2 arrows. You're going to click and you're going to drag to your left to make the timeline more condensed. So as you can see, I just did that here, but since I'm going to be doing some small edits just for tutorial purposes, I'm going to click and go right, which extends it out. So it's just like an easier way to make edits, because it's gonna make it even smaller, so you can see up to like seconds in the video. Right, awesome. So I'm gonna keep it about this wide. Alright, you guys, the next thing that I do after speeding up the video, okay, it's a little bit too small for me. I don't need it to be that small. I'm going to go ahead, the play button, or this icon here shows you wherever you are in the video. Let me just tell you guys that much. So I could bring it to right here and press on the space button, and the video is going to start playing. I'm just gonna check to see that it's not lagging or anything, being that I sped it up. So let's just check. Alright, so everything appears to be okay. If you click somewhere else on this bar right here, then this is gonna move wherever you clicked it on the timeline. So let me show you. If I click here, as you can see, also moved. I'm gonna pause and drag just to go through to see if there's anything that I want to delete. Let me see. Right here, let's press play. So as I was saying, you can toggle the pause and play icon by clicking on the space bar on your computer. Alright, so for example, this is something that I would like to cut out of the video, only because I'm not even sure why I clicked on that while I was creating a sim. So what you can do is you can click here and you can drag it back a little bit and it goes forward in the video. I'm going to bring it to a space right before I clicked on here, because I want to cut out when I made this selection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the scissors right here, and it's going to cut the video right at this moment. There you go, I've cut it. And then I'm going to hold on to here. I'm going to drag it some more a little bit to where I clicked on it and when I clicked off. As you can see, I'm looking up here while I'm dragging. So I'm going to click here again. Now we have 3 tracks. We have this track here, the one in the middle here, and the one here. Now the one I want to get rid of, I'm going to click on it. It's going to be highlighted, all 4 corners. Then I'm going to hit delete on my keyboard. That's what you call it, right? My keypad, my keyboard, whatever it is. And now it's gone. And I'm just going to bring it back in front and press play just to make sure that it's still pretty smooth. So as you can see, guys, you barely even saw that I took something out. Alright, so yeah, that's how I remove stuff from the video. The next thing that I'm going to show you guys is me adding the audio to my video. So I already have the audio here. I'm just going to click on it and I'm going to drag and drop it right here. Now there's this little line that comes up just indicating just some guidelines to where the application thinks you might want to drop the video so that it lines up. It makes it so much easier. You don't have to pull it yourself. You don't have to figure where to put it. So I'm just going to let it go and it's automatically dropped on the video. Now something that you guys might want to do, since my intro has music already, I may choose to click on the audio, right click, and I'm going to go into adjust audio. What this does is allows me to fade in and fade out the music, so that if I don't want it to be too abrupt when the music changes, I can just choose fade in. I can scroll a little bit here, and as you can see, here goes down and the music is gonna basically sound lower when it's coming in. So I'm just going to show you guys. So right now we can't even see the indicator that we had. I'm just going to pull it back up here to the beginning right here so you guys can listen and see. Right, so that's when it gets higher. You can also use it to remove background noise, but I don't think it works very effectively. Yeah, and that's as much as you can do with your audio. You can fade it in, you can fade it out, you can cut it up by using this icon. Now as you can see, this is what's highlighted currently. So if I, for example, press cut, it's going to cut the audio file. So let me just show you. The audio file is what was just cut. Now I'm going to press undo because I don't want to cut the audio. If you want to, for example, cut here and not here, you click here, it becomes highlighted, and then you click cut. Alright, that's a little tidbit that you guys might need to know. If you want to like cut both at the same time, you click on this, you hold down control and click on the other. You can see that both are highlighted and you just choose click and it cuts out both parts. Awesome. Now that's that. Now usually if the audio is longer than the video, you can usually go to the end. You can use this as well to scroll along the timeline. You can go to the end, and if it had been too long, I could have used this to shorten it or extend it. Alright, I'm going to add the audio again because it finishes kind of fast. I'm also going to cut right here because this is when the music gets a bit lower, when it tapers off. So I'm going to go to the end here. I normally scroll until I get to where I need to be. So right here, I'm going to remember to click on the audio file. I'm going to drag this and just clip right here. Alright, I'm going to fade out a little bit. And then I'm going to click and delete this bit. Alright, as you can see, when I delete it, it automatically fills in the blank space. If it doesn't do that, you can simply just hold on and drag it to where you need to be. The audio now extends farther than the video, so I'm just going to go a little bit past the point of the end because I'm going to be adding the thank you for watching and just to show some pictures of my sim. So I pulled it here. I'm going to hold on. I'm just going to ensure that I clicked on the audio file. I'm going to use the scissors and clip it, and then hold on here and then click on the excess and delete. I hope this video is understandable, you guys. If for example I clip too much, all you have to do is drag and it will just refill whatever you deleted. So that's something good to know. I don't think I have to go into details. I already showed you guys how to remove content that you may not like. Alright, the next thing that I do after I've gotten everything where I need it to be, the speed is okay, I go down to the end of the video. I go into sample color, or if you want, you can always like import a background that you may have gotten off the internet. So I'm going to use one of their backgrounds today. I went into sample color here. It comes with 15 backgrounds, and I'm just going to go with white. I click it and I drag it and I drop it right here. Now what I usually do, I I right click and I change the duration to 8 seconds because I have exactly 4 pictures to put at the end of this video, and I'm gonna make them last 2 seconds each. Is some simple math that I do. So if they're gonna last 2 seconds each and it's 4 pictures, I'm gonna let this white background here last exactly 8 seconds. I'm gonna press OK. As you can see, it's extended out. This here, it lasts exactly 8 seconds. I'm just going to pull the music out and adjust it. Alright, I normally put it a little bit past the white background. Awesome, we're almost done. So we have the white background here. I'm going to go back to folder because that's where all of our project media is going to be. And I have all 4 pictures here. I'm going to drop this one first. I take it, I drop it right here. I'm gonna drag and drop all of them, but I'm gonna pile them on top of each other. So I drag and I drop, I drag and I drop, and I drag and I drop. And now we have all the pictures on the timeline. I'm going to click on the first one, control, and click on all 4. I'm going to right click and change their durations to 2 seconds each. That way they're each going to show for about 2 seconds. This is what I do. I don't know why I did this, but I figured this out somehow. So I have this for the first picture. Let me just move this out of the way. I have this for the first picture. I'm going to take this one and put it exactly where this one stops. And then I'm going to drag this one and put it where this one stops. I'm going to show you what that does when I'm finished. I'm going to drag this one and put it where this one stops. And that's exactly how I know that they're going to come in at exactly 4 seconds apart from each other. Since this is the first one, I'm going to double click. That way the what do you call this? I'm going to call it the indication thingy. The indication thingy is going to just automatically line up here. I'm going to hold on to the edge of the image and I'm going to pull it all the way to the end, seeing that he's the first image that's going to pop up. And I'm going to hold on to the image here. It's going to already be highlighted on the screen. I'm going to click on him, I'm going to pull him, and I'm going to drag him to the corner here. Alright, then the second picture already, that's going to come in already 2 seconds after the first. I'm going to lengthen it out so it lasts the rest of the video. I'm going to double click, hold on, and pull him to the corner here. The third, see how good these cutouts were, and it's literally just a Windows app, and it literally took me 2 seconds. I'm going to click on the third picture, extend it out to here, double click, and just move him a little bit more to the corner. Just trying to make it more proportional. And then here's the last one. I'm just going to pull him and put him at the corner here. Now I want it to have like a smooth effect. I want them to like fade in one behind the other. Why are these both the same? Oh, they're not the same thing. But they're definitely too similar. Oh my god. I can't fix that right now. I could fix it, but not for this tutorial purpose. I think it can stay. So now I have all 4 pictures up. I am now going to look for transitions because I want them to fade in one behind the other. So I usually prefer to use so I clicked on transition. I have it on included. This is going to show you all the transitions that you have. I usually like the erase. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to drag it into the timeline. I'm going to put it right here at the beginning. I'm going to put it at the beginning of all so you just drag it and you drop it. I'm going to put it at the beginning of all of the images, and then I'm going to double click on just one of them and I'm going to change it to 1 second just because I don't want it to be fading for the entire duration of the picture being up. And I'm going to click on apply to all, and all of them will now be a second long, and I'm going to press on OK. And I'm just going to show you the kind of effect that this has for my closing. So we're just going to hit play. I'm falling hard for you, but I won't rush this love. And isn't that bomb, you guys? I just love using this at the end of my videos. And one more thing, I'm gonna add the text for thanks for watching right here on this clip. So we're gonna go into titles. I like to go into openers because they already have, actually no, I like to go into titles. The openers have a background. If I wanted to, for example, drag one and place it at the end here, but if I want to put over the images and the background and everything, then I'm going to go into titles. It's going to be the same exact ones but without the background. There you go. So let me just show you. Some of them come in animation, so I'm just going to double click. If you double click on any of the Filmora provided content here, it's just going to play over here to show you what it's like. It won't add to the timeline unless you click on this plus, which I would not want to do, because if you add it and you're not where you want it to be in the timeline with this indication thingy, then it's going to just mess up your whole game. So I prefer to not do that. But I'm going to double click on an open space just to show you what it's like. So you can see this is what happens. I'm going to use this one for the tutorial. We're almost finished. I'm going to drag it and drop it right on top of here. So a little tidbit, it's also a good idea to have this indicator like wherever you want it to go when you're dropping it, so that it kind of lines it up better. So I don't need it to last this long, so I'm going to click on it and I'm going to pull from here and make it shorter, and the time will be adjusted. So I want it to show when the last one comes up. Oh, that messed it up. I'm just going to click on undo and undo. Sorry guys, this should really be, I prefer when it's like in front, to be honest, because it really messes things up when it's behind. I'm going to drop it here and then I'm going to make this shorter. There you go, you guys. So that was a little troubleshooting for you. This is your best friend. This undo button is your best friend. So now it's here on the video. If I click on here and I press OK, it would just naturally play out over here. Actually, I'm going to delete this one, you guys, because to go through and change the color and everything is going to be too much work because it's white and the background is white. So I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to scroll and pick something else that isn't white to say thanks for watching. There's so much stuff, you guys. I could just pick a normal writing, so I'm going to go with a normal writing. Let's see what kind of animation this has. It just writes across the screen, and that's fine by me. So dragged it, drops it, and make it smaller. Click on it, you go here, it's going to automatically pop up. You go here, you clear out the text and you add your own text. It says thanks for watching, and then I'm going to change the font because I don't particularly like this font for this video. As a matter of fact, we can't even see the font, you guys. I'm going to scroll down, and this is where you change the text color, and I'm going to change it to, what can I change it to? Maybe blue. Maybe this blue. Yeah, I'm just going to let it stay blue. And you can make it bigger by going up here and changing the font size. I'm going to go to 72. You can also click and drag it, and there's some lines that come to basically help guide you into the middle of the whole thing, so that you know it's more organized and in the middle. I just want to pick some. This is a bit too much. I'm just going to use this one. So I'm going to use trendy. I'm going to make it italic. I'm just going to make it smaller. Nope, not smaller. More like this. Great. Right. And then I move it in the middle here. Alright, so I'm just going to click on OK and just have it play to show you guys. Right. There we go. You can also click here to like press enter so that the writing, you know, moves, and then you justify. And you pull this down here just to make the text box bigger, which will automatically allow the writing to get bigger as well. So obviously I can't decide on a font, but it really doesn't matter all that much. I'm just going to let it stay like this for now, and I'm just going to play it back a little bit of the video before the end just to let you guys see what it was like. What I did, what happened, right? Let's pause it and make it full screen so you guys can see. Oh, by the way, the quality will not be the same quality of your video when you're editing. It does this so that it works, the program works a bit faster. But whenever you press pause, it will show the actual quality of your video. So if I press play, quality is bad, and if I pause it, it's the actual quality of my recording. Just a little thing for you to know. Let me just continue playing. I'm falling hard for you, but I won't rush this love. I can wait. Right. And that's the end of this tutorial. I hope this was helpful. If it was, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm always open to more tutorial suggestions. Thanks for watching, you guys.